Well, one of San Francisco's best-known restaurants is celebrating a rare settlement against an insurance company. The owners of John's Grill say Hartford Insurance has agreed to pay them for the losses related to the pandemic closure.
The three justices who were hearing our case had a lot of very thoughtful questions.
The insurance company settled, although Constant won't say for exactly how much. He does say it's more than enough to pay his employees for the 8 months of lost wages and their expenses.
A California school district is suing some of the biggest players in the social media world for what they say is their role in the mental health crisis affecting young people. Anne-Marie Murphy, what is the case that you are making? And also, again, why not Instagram?
Sure. Well, I'm pretty sure we will be adding parties, including the Facebook entities, in the near term. But the suit is currently against YouTube, TikTok, and Snap, and it's brought by the San Mateo County Board of Education and Superintendent McGee.
She's in the back of an ambulance with a predator, a sexual predator, who I understand weighs over 250 pounds and stands 6 feet tall. There was absolutely nothing she could do during the ambulance ride while she was sexually assaulted.
And in a tragedy like this, you try to determine who could have stopped it.
Neil McCarthy says Greg, Grace, and their twin 7-year-old girls were headed home after dinner with their grandparents. Investigators say 17-year-old Cesar Morales and 23-year-old Kyle Harrison started street racing on a crowded El Camino Real.
Well, this could be a big deal. A well-known Bay Area law firm is suing Tesla for misleading the public when it comes to its autopilot and driverless features. The law firm, Cachette, Petrie, and McCarthy, say since 2016, Tesla has been promising in ads like this one, its cars have the capability to drive themselves.
Their great quote in their advertising material is, quote, I'm going to read this, "The person in the driver's seat is only there for legal reasons. He is not driving anything. The car is driving itself."
The neighbors affected by a deadly home explosion and fire are suing the home's property owners. They say property owners created conditions that led to that fire. The neighbors say the owners knew their tenant had large tanks of chemicals to fuel a hash oil laboratory in the basement, but they did nothing to stop it.
The kind of activity here is egregious. These types of drug labs are incredibly dangerous. The landlords we believe, had a duty to our clients to at least be aware of what was going on and take affirmative steps to stop that from happening.
With us tonight, one of the lawyers representing Twitter shareholders, Anne-Marie Murphy, a partner at the law firm Cachette, Petrie, and McCarthy. Anne-Marie, thanks for joining us. Thanks for your time. You are battling, as you well know, the world's richest man. What are your chances here?
I think our chances are good because we're on the side of right. Elon Musk entered into a contract. He agreed to purchase the shares, and now he's backing out.
The first openly transgender bishop only served the Evangelical Lutheran Church in that role for a year. Megan Rohrer resigned. He was accused of racism after firing a lower-ranking reverend. The Sierra Pacific Synod of the church has not commented, but Rohrer's attorney says the harassment claim is on the basis of sexual orientation and gender identity.
It is outrageous in this day and age that someone as incredible and devoted as Reverend Rohrer would be treated as egregiously as the church has treated him.
Desde que abrió este edificio hace unos años, han habido varios problemas de inundaciones.
The amount of out-of-pocket costs before even getting reimbursed was scary.
Eso se suma a los señalamientos que hacen residentes como Eric, quien dice no les han reembolsado del todo lo que han tenido que pagar y tampoco les apoyaron como debieran para cubrir los gastos de hospedaje. A todo eso también le añaden el daño emocional y el haber tenido que lidiar con el robo de pertenencias dentro de sus apartamentos. De esto acusan a contratistas que reparan el lugar.
Hemos hecho esta demanda para obtener justicia.
Through their civil lawsuit filed this week, Trudy Maxwell's family wants to send a message to both Atria Senior Living, which admits its San Mateo staff accidentally served their mother and 2 other residents industrial detergent, thinking it was fruit juice, and a message to the senior care industry in which they believe more residents are at risk.
One of the problems with the state is that they're incredibly slow to react to anything.
Neil McCarthy is the family's attorney on the case, which alleges inadequate staffing and training at Atria. While the DA and the company investigate the August 27th poisoning, McCarthy has concerns with the State Department overseeing the industry.
No reason that the state, who is funded with our taxpayer dollars, wouldn't come and drop the hammer on this company now and demand immediate policy changes today.
PG&E sent the I-Team a statement that reads in part, "These destructive winds, along with millions of trees weakened by years of drought and recent renewed vegetation growth from winter storms, all contributed to some trees, branches, and debris impacting our electric lines across the North Bay."
When they say weakened trees, that's the very responsibility they have to identify a weakened tree and to remove it before it strikes a power line.
Frank Petrie has filed some of the 1,000 lawsuits pending against PG&E for the Butte fire in 2015. It destroyed more than 500 homes and killed 2 people.
Logic would tell you that the failure of these lines, the failure of the equipment, more likely than not, either caused or contributed to the spread of this fire.